Well, it's about time we finally got some more information on the COPPA law, and today we actually got a tweet from YouTube basically explaining YouTube's own comment to the FTC about the COPPA law. So if you don't know already, basically the FTC has allowed anyone to leave a comment about how they feel about the COPPA law and how it will affect YouTube. And YouTube just now released their comment to the FTC, and it's pretty important because it kind of shows how YouTube is dealing with this and what they're thinking about the COPPA law on their side. So in the tweet they basically go over how they strongly support COPPA and how they believe it could really benefit the platform, despite the FTC suing them for over $170 million. And they actually released their actual comment to the FTC, and that's exactly what I'll be going over in this video. So stay tuned if you want to see what YouTube thinks about this COPPA law. Today's sponsor is LUDOS. They make some awesome earbuds, and they recently sent me a pair to try out, and I use the Claymore wired earbuds, and let me tell you, these things are awesome. The first reason I like these a lot is because they have this foam ear tip that feels really comfortable, a lot more comfortable than the normal rubber ones. These have a bit more space and it just feels more cushiony. I don't know how to explain it, but you have to try it out. And did I tell you these things only cost like 12 bucks? Yeah, so if you guys want to check these out, there'll be a link in my description down below. I truly recommend these. So here is YouTube's comment to the FTC. So basically they just start off with saying that responsibility is their #1 priority on YouTube, and it just kind of seems like they're trying to make up for this big screw up that they had, which is a good thing. But it's just kind of interesting to see how all of a sudden after the FTC came for them, their motives on this just completely flipped 180 degrees. And now responsibility is their #1 priority, where a few months ago they were collecting data on minors. But I don't want to just talk about the bad stuff because there is a lot of good things to see in this post. So in the first section here, YouTube basically goes over how they're very concerned with COPPA and how it may affect their site because their premise is supposedly openness. And they mention that they're concerned about adults watching children's content who may not be able to get the features that they deserve, like commenting. So one of the most important things that I saw in their comment was this little section: treat adults as adults. So this is kind of going back to what I said, is if an adult is watching a child-directed video, then they shouldn't be treated as a kid. In other words, they should be served ads and they should be able to comment. But the FTC says anyone watching a child-directed video should be treated as a 13-year-old. So no more comments and no monetization. Another really important thing that YouTube mentioned in this was that they wanted a clarification on what is kids content, and it's kind of confusing because no one really knows if their gameplay is directed towards kids or if their craft video is now a kids video. It's just really confusing, and I'm glad YouTube is asking the FTC about this. And YouTube is actually sticking out for us, even though we've basically only have been roasting them for the past few months, and they mentioned the lack of clarity creates uncertainty for creators. And thank you, YouTube, for mentioning this and sticking out for us. It is really appreciated, even if we don't act like we do. And then they mentioned this: we believe there needs to be more clarity about what content should be considered primarily child-directed, mixed audience, or general audience. Now this was kind of confusing to me because as far as I know, there's only two options. You have the child-directed content and adult content. There's no general audience button, and that's what everyone has been wanting. And if you look through this tweet, you'll see some comments where people are asking like, why has YouTube not implemented this? Because apparently the FTC even agrees with this, that there should be a general audience button. But YouTube has not released this feature, at least supposedly that's how things are working out. But the reason I think this is happening is because there's more to it than just that. YouTube wants clarification on what these audiences are before they make the button, because if they make a general audience button before they have the clarification on this, they could end up getting sued for more money. So I think they're just waiting and they're playing it safe. It's not that they don't understand that there should be that button, they just don't want to get sued for a massive amount of money again. And in the last section here, they just go over that they support COPPA, and I guess that's a good thing. And it's just kind of interesting to see that they now support this after getting sued for $170 million over this law. And here's one of those comments I was talking about from Timeworks, and he's a decent sized YouTuber, and I would definitely trust what he says. He really knows what he's talking about, and he mentions this. So it's slightly concerning to hear that, but like I was saying, I think YouTube is just playing it safe and it's probably something on the way. If you guys found this video helpful or entertaining, make sure you go ahead and drop a like down below because it really helps my channel. And if you're still watching, then you might as well go down below and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that you can get notified every time I upload a video about something like this. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next video.